Hello, welcome to the channel. My name is Victor and I'm going to be your anchor for this training. So this is the digital marketing training program and we're in module 5 of the course. Good enough you've come this far. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. If you have any questions, I'm open to your questions. Just use the comment section and ask all of your questions. Or if you're running this program through a mentorship, either remote or physical training, don't forget to always ask your questions, study these items, and wherever that is not too clear to you, do ask your questions and I'm going to answer them. Okay, so in module 5, we want to be looking at search engine optimization. When you hear the word search engine, so there are several places where we could go to search for information, to look up for items. Google is one of the top search engines. Before it used to be Yahoo. Back then you have and the Microsoft MSN. Then you had Microsoft. Then of course, because they had operating system, then you now had Yahoo, the search. There you now had Google, and Google have actually done so well over time. So when we say we want to do SEO, we're trying to say we want to optimize, we want to make our content, our website visible to search engines, so that when people are trying to search for items, irrespective of, they don't need to know us, they just need to search for some keywords, they can get to us. So when somebody, for instance, says digital marketing training, maybe in a particular location, all of the results that he gets there are called organic search results. And that particular page, you call it SERP, search engine result page. Search engine result page. When you search something on Google, the response you get is called the search engine result page. So we're trying to learn, how do we make sure that when people search for items on Google, on Yahoo search, or any of the search engines, they can get our content. So that's what this is all going to be about. So this is the process of visibility of a website or web page in search engines, right? Not paid advertising, organically, right? Organic search results are more likely to be clicked by visitors on the search results page. So people might not want ads. We've just talked about ads a while ago, but some people are very skeptical when it comes to them seeing ads. They want to actually see the real results they are seeing on their first page. So you need to have some business requirements, some goals. You need to have some marketing plans, right? In the case studies, in the hands-on, we're going to be looking at what does a marketing plan look like, right? We're going to be doing some competition analysis. I talked about Uber Suggest. We're going to be using Uber Suggest. There was a time we used to use Alexa.com for competition analysis, but that have been acquired by Amazon. So we look at other tools like SEMrush, like Uber Suggest, and other tools we could use to do competition analysis to see what our competitors are doing and what we can do better. We're also going to be looking at using the Google Keyword Planner and several other keyword planners to search for keywords. So what are keywords? They're just strings of characters that our users might be searching for. Maybe they want to purchase something, they want to learn about something, they want to buy something. If we do digital marketing training, for instance, users might be searching for digital marketing training in Toronto, digital marketing training in Abuja, digital marketing training in Lagos, right? Those things they are searching for are what we want to optimize our websites for, so that when people search for those items, they can get to us. And in trying to do that, you want to optimize your online customer funnel, right? Focus on the key websites touch points, right? When you say touch points, so where are all the different places? This is slide 130. Let me see if I can get to one of the very first things we talked about. Touch point, touch point, touch points. Yes, this is it, touch points. So what are the different touch points for sale? You have referral, right? So a friend telling a friend, or word of mouth. Web search, people might be searching. How do you make sure they can get to you? Social media mention, search, a press release, email, online ad. The point is that how do we make sure that people can get to us? How do we make sure that we optimize our website so that it's easier for people to get to the website? And when we make how people get to our website, how do we make sure the website is appealing enough and there's a good user experience? So that's what's called UX, UI UX. So UI is user interface, UX is user experience. So UI, user interface, has to do with the structure of the website, the color, the balance, the navigation, how things are structured, how things are laid out, right? That's the user interface. Then the experience has to do with branding, what ease of access, how easy is it for me to actually use the website? Do I have to do a lot of hard thinking to try to navigate from one point of the website to another, or is it very intuitive, easy to access? So that's what's called user experience. Because you can do all the marketing in the world, spend all of the cash, do a creative, nice plan, implement all of your goals, and somebody gets to the website and the experience is so bad, it's even difficult to get information he's needing. It's difficult for him to even look for a way to contact the owners of the website and the rest. So that's a bad experience. So all of these things play a role in making sure that you have your website optimized for search engines. So what are some of the kind of things that can be done to make sure your website is optimized for search engines? So there are quite a lot of things. If you want to count, you can count about 30, 40, 50 items. But there are some very important things that you need to do if you want to rank. Now, normally we say for search engine optimization, it's divided into two broad parts. That is on-site optimization, off-site optimization. That is to say, on-page SEO, off-page SEO. So on-page SEO or on-site SEO are all the things you're going to do within your website. So that's where having good web design skills comes in. If you don't know how to design websites, you want to give this particular part to somebody else, or you could just learn it up. Learn basic websites, learn basic HTML code, learn basic how to set up a blog, either with WordPress or with Wix or any content management system. You want to be able to learn how to set up a small website. On this channel, you have a playlist dedicated to HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, WordPress, all free for your study. If you need mentorship guide, you can also comment in the section or contact, use the contact, either the WhatsApp or the email, and get in touch with us. So you want to make sure that you have some of these skills, because when you say search engine optimization, Google or any of the search engines have a responsibility to make sure that they present the best of content to its users. So it's like a race. So if somebody searches for buy HP laptops in Lagos or in Abuja or in Port Harcourt, for instance, these are cities in Nigeria or in UK. Now, what Google is trying to say when it presents its results is something like this. These websites I have here presented to you are the best websites with respect to the keywords that you have searched for and the relevance of this your search. So for Google to make that decision and pick your website to present to website search engines, persons that search through the search engines, your website then needs to be a little bit of top-notch. How do you know a top-notch website? It's not a website that is just built anyhow. So you want to have very well-structured code, very well-structured layout. So some of them are these. It's what we call H1 to H6. You want to have important keywords. You want to link to other parts of your website or externally for people to do more reading. You want to make sure you have good spelling and punctuation. You are actually writing for people to read. You want to make sure that it's not too short and it's not too long. It should not be too much above 2,000 so that it's not boring. Then you want to have related links. You want to make sure your content is unique. You're not plagiarizing. If you are picking up something from somewhere else, you want to reference properly. You want to have bullet points and numberings. You want to actually make it easy and understandable for people to read it. So these are the things Google is looking at before it can rank you. Then if you want to go by a checklist, this is from SEMrush. There are quite a number of them. So I'll just pick some important ones and talk about it. Right? So you want to set up Google Webmaster Tools. Bing also have one. You want to set up Google Analytics. In subsequent videos, I'm going to be doing case studies hands-on on each of these items as I deem it very important. So you want to, for your website, generate a sitemap. There's a plugin if you use WordPress that can do that very easy for you. You want to install an SEO plugin because it gives you suggestions on how to put up your keywords and your tags. You want to make sure that you have a robot.txt file. Not too compulsory, it's optional. And make sure your website is indexed. Now, as at 15 years, 20 years ago, if you built a website, you will need to manually submit it to search engines. But these days, you didn't need to do that. Once your site is up, the search engines crawls the internet on a very regular basis. But you want to make sure that your site have updated content. Keyword research. One of the things we're going to be doing is to do competition analysis. I've talked about that. We're going to do that hands-on. You want to see related keywords. You want to do a keyword map. For technical SEO, that's the one that has to do with your website. You want to make sure your website has a green padlock. There are free SSL programs. They are paid SSL programs, right? So for free, for instance, you could use Let's Encrypt or Cloudflare. They offer free SSL services. Or you could go for the paid one. Make sure that your website it's protected. You want to make sure that you don't have duplicate content. For on-page content, so you have a list here. No duplicate content. You don't have multiple H1 tags. For instance, this is like a H1 tag. This is like H2. This is like H3. H3, H4 is like paragraph text. So you want to familiarize yourself with basic HTML website design. Or you need to give somebody this checklist that is a web designer and the person handles that if you don't want to get dirty. But it's something that is very important that you should know, you should be aware of, because if you need to do reports to your clients, they need to tell what the website was before, what you've improved on, and what the progress is like. There is an important one here, ensure images use alternate tag. So alternate tag in HTML is like an attribute, which tells us what words to use for a particular image or a particular text. That's also one way to build for PWDs, persons with disabilities. If a person with disability, for instance, visual impairment, is reading your website, if he stumbles upon an image, he won't be able to read that image. But the alternate tag of that particular image is going to tell the person what that particular image means. Or take, for instance, if your internet is kind of bad and you try to access a website or the website does not load completely, all the places where you have images, you will see some text in those areas. Those are the alternate tags. Then for off-page, I'm just trying to pick some of the most important things to keep the video short. For off-page, you want to make sure that you are having links from outside in. Then you also want to make sure that you set up and optimize Google My Business. You want to make sure that you list your website on classified listing sites, classified directories, on forums, on external blogs, and link back to your website. You want to make sure your website is on social media platforms. It's a combination of all of this that makes your website to rank on first page of Google. So for your website to rank, you need good content, you need links in and out to your website, You want to make sure that your website have keywords and tags. You want to make sure that your website have good navigation. It's easy for people to access the website. You want to make sure that your website have good structure. You don't want to have hidden text, improperly coded HTML. They want to have keywords. They want to have titles for each type of content that you write. Invariably, you want to structure it properly like you're publishing. It's what we call modern SEO. So it's about crafting content so compelling that other people want to promote it by linking to it or sharing it, which increases your trust and authority. See, SEO is about search engines saying that the content you have on your website is of good essence. And that's why if people search for keywords, your website is being presented. So it's on 4 building blocks: link building, on-page optimization, technical SEO, and quality content. Now, some people want to rank on first page of Google, but they want to do it in a messy manner. That's what we refer to as black hat SEO. So it's when you use some techniques that will typically deceive the search engines, but you might be penalized because you want your website to rank. For instance, you do cloaking. You try to create other sites that mimic the same sites. You have doorway pages. That's to say that you have a page. From that page, you take people to other page. From that page, you take people from other page, just because you want to link the traffic. You have hidden text, or you use link farms where people have to go and click and click and click before they get to your website. So you want to ignore all of those things that are not white hat, that are not clear way of getting traffic to your website. Keyword research. So it's so important. Think about keyword research as trying to look for words that people are searching in order to get different types of content. If somebody wants to buy an iPad, the person is going to say, purchase iPad so in this, maybe in a particular city. That's the keyword. So in our hands-on, we're going to be using different tools to learn how to do keyword analysis so that you can see which keywords have more search volume, which you should focus on, which you should keep for a later date, and which of the keywords you can watch out for. So we said search engine is the process of trying to affect the visibility of your website so that search engines can actually see your website. So you see, this is ad, pay-per-click, what we've looked at before, search engine marketing. Whereas SEO is this green part here, the real content you have on the website, on the search engine result page. So we call this SERP, S-E-R-E-P, SERP, right? So this is paid ad. People are going to search for this. They might not want to visit the ads. They might want to see the original content. So your goal is for when people are searching for keywords, they get to you. Not really searching for your name. If somebody searches for your name or your website's name, of course, definitely is going to see your content. That's not what we're talking about. We're saying that you're trying to optimize your website so that when people search for keywords, they can get to you. Okay? So what are some of the benefits? So I love SEO because if you do your work smartly, very well, then you won't need to, you have pool of clients on a regular basis. So you could have potential clients, it could, your business is up and running every point in time, people are going to be searching, they'll get to you. It's one of the most cost-effective way compared to paid ads. So you could actually compete, right? Because small businesses can actually outsmart big businesses even when they have large budget spend. Okay, could read up this. Now, search engine marketing, PPC. So set up your campaign, right? We'll do that using Google AdWords. set up your landing page, try to do some analysis, then try to optimize the campaign that you're doing based on how those ads are performing. We'll do $20, $30, $40, $50 ads on Google AdWords so that you see how these things work. Now, strategy optimization or strategy marketing. So how do you get your ads to this place? Google AdWords. So if you have a Gmail account, you automatically have access. You could activate your Google AdWords account. So conclusions. So strategy marketing is one of the most professional and powerful ways to generate and increase customer visits to a website. So in our hands-on, we're going to take 1 or 2 businesses as case study, and I'll walk you through a process of 2-3 weeks where we're going to be writing content, make some videos, make some images, banners, write some articles, post them, and in the space of 45 days on this channel, I'm going to walk you through how each of those websites can rank. I will take roughly about 2, 3, 4 websites and walk you through the process, and it's going to be an awesome experience. So just keep up in this series, and you'll be glad you did. Client businesses plus search engine optimization or search engine marketing, you have lots of cash. Okay, search is very important. Google is the #1. I've talked about that. Everything begins with a search. Somebody's looking for something, he's going to go to Google and search. So the question is, if he searches, can he get to you? So visibility is key, and that's what search engine marketing, search engine optimization does for us. Google, it's one of the top best, and that's why we want to make sure that we target for our ranking on Google first page. So if you want to do SEO, do your keyword research, make sure you take care of your website, make sure that you build links in and out of the website, then you're going to have improved ranking. Like I said, we're going to pick 2-3 websites, cloudreadingconsults.com, maybe growyourbusiness.com.ng. I'm going to list those websites in our case studies. We're going to do the competition analysis. Then I'll walk you through the process. We'll do an update on ranking those websites on first page of Google. And in between 30 and 45 days, we're going to come back and see how those websites are doing. So what are some of the strategies? Your domain name, make sure it's simple, it's short, no hyphens. The age of a domain name matters, but that doesn't mean that if you have a website that is just a few months old, you cannot rank it. You can still rank it, but it's a factor. Linking strategies, make sure you have good websites, have outbound, inbound link to your website. That's why one of the things you want to do if you want to rank first page of Google is to make sure that you register on as many sites as possible where you could distribute content and link back to your site, then link from your site out to other relevant sites. Keyword analysis, we're going to be doing that. Title tags, we're going to be doing that on each of those websites that we're going to be using for case studies. And of course, meta description. So when you hear the word meta, so meta, it's like text that describes other text. So we're going to see these things in action. And of course, I already talked about alternate tags. Okay, that's all for strategy marketing. So you have a strategy optimization, strategy marketing, strategy optimization, they go hand in hand. So that's all for that particular session. So stay tuned, go through those content. If there's anything you don't understand, don't forget to ask. I'm going to give you an answer. And in the next section, we're going to be looking at e-commerce marketing. Thank you very much. See you on the side of the video.